In today's video guys, let's review Insta360 Ace Pro 2, a camera that might be a perfect all-rounder for travel, vlogging and action sports. Because its improved design and performance, it's currently one of the biggest competitors to GoPro Hero 13 Black. In this video guys, I'm going to focus on its features and explain what makes it stand out from other action cameras. So at first glance, Insta360 Ace Pro 2 looks almost identical to its previous version, yet there are quite a bit of improvements in here. One of those is that Ace Pro 2 has finally a removable lens guard, meaning that if you end up scratching on it for any reason, you can easily replace it for just a couple of dollars. Though it feels a little bit cumbersome and it's not as smooth as on a GoPro. Now let's talk about the video quality. Ace Pro 2 has a new upgraded sensor that has 13.5 stops of dynamic range. It can shoot 8K resolution video in 30 frames per second. It's the highest video quality that you can get in the action camera market. With 8K video, you have that flexibility to crop, zoom and reframe your shot during post-production. It's gonna be especially useful for travel or vlogging content where you only have one chance to get the shot. 8K resolution gonna be much sharper and has more details in it. Ace Pro 2 has now a dual chip design, using two separate chips instead of only one. Each chip can focus on a different task, such as AI noise reduction and image processing. Because of that AI noise reduction and a bigger sensor, Insta360 Ace Pro 2 can shoot in really dark environments thanks to Pure Video Mode. Pure Video Mode is specifically designed to shoot in low light, and I have no idea how they do it, but it seems that the AI chip applies some real-time noise reduction, while the second one stabilizes and brightens up the video, and it looks pretty good, without the shakes and jitters in it. At least, it's not so noticeable anymore, so you can finally use your action cam in low light, this time in 4K 60 frames per second. And thanks to that bigger 8K sensor, you can zoom in to a 4K video without losing the quality. Just double tap on the screen to zoom in or out, and the best part? You can even do that in the middle of recording. It's very simple to use, and it can help you get the shot that you want from afar if you can't get any closer to your subject. Whenever you shoot in places such as tunnels, forests, inside of a car, places where you have difficult lighting conditions, the camera may struggle to properly expose the scene. Should it focus on the sky, your face, or the surrounding? In such scenario, active HDR can help you balance out the exposure, so it looks more natural. The FOV on the Ace Pro 2 has been increased to 157 degrees, which means you can capture more view in the frame when recording sport activities with action view. And if you don't like that fisheye look, and you only want to capture some travel content that's more cinematic, then Ace Pro 2 has a new FOV that's called MegaView. This setting offers a wide angle perspective, but it doesn't have as much of that barrel distortion on the edges. It's still there to some degree, but they try to reduce it to minimum. It's ideal for non-action scenes, such as sightseeing, going out to the city, vlogging, and everyday stuff. Ace Pro 2 also has a new microphone wind guard, which can help you reduce the wind noise in the background. As a result, you get a much cleaner audio, especially in windy conditions. But what's really interesting is that when you combine the wind guard with the voice enhancement setting, the audio quality gets even better. So the wind guard physically removes the wind noise from the background, while voice enhancement setting refines the audio quality and focuses on my speech frequencies. This combination can be particularly important for those people who want to focus on storytelling, or if you don't want to buy an external microphone. Insta360 Ace Pro 2 has a big touchscreen at the back of it that you can easily flip towards yourself. This way, you have a much bigger screen to see yourself, check your framing, or help you take a better selfie. This foldable design lets you use Ace Pro 2 as an action camera or as a vlogging one. The foldable screen can be easily adjusted to whatever angle you like, and it stays there where you want it. So they use some good materials here. Once you fold it all the way back, it locks itself into place with a firm click and won't open up by accident, so it feels secure. This camera features a magnetic design, thanks to which you can quickly attach it to your selfie stick, tripod, or any other accessory without dealing with the screws. All it takes is like a second or two to securely mount it. And if you have a couple of these attachments, you can swap from one accessory to another in just a matter of seconds, so you don't have to waste time. And there's this feature called AI Highlight Assistant. The way how it works is very simple. You enable this feature and record a video. Once you do that, you can preview it and select only the best moments from it. The camera will delete all the boring stuff that you don't need anyway. So from a 10-minute clip, you can select, let's say, a minute from it. This way, you save the precious space on the microSD card. And once you get home, you already have the clips that you want to work with. Now imagine that if you are on a journey, you recorded a ton of footage and you don't have a laptop to upload your files. In such scenario, AI Highlight Assistant can be a lifesaver. Ace Pro 2 has a new 1800 mAh battery, which should offer around 1 hour and 40 minutes runtime when recording in 4K 30. It's also capable of fast charging, which can take like 18 minutes to charge it up to around 80%. Yet, if you're worried about running out of the battery, then Ace Pro 2 has Endurance mode, in which it disables most of the camera features and only records in 4K or 1080p. There's no time-lapse, no hyperlapse, no photos, nothing. You can only record in video mode in 30 frames per second, but it significantly extends the battery life. And lastly, Ace Pro 2 can be controlled from a distance with voice commands or gesture controls. This way, you can take a photo or start a recording without a remote control. There's only one thing that I really don't like about this camera, and it's the horizon lock. This feature stabilizes your camera in a full 360 degrees motion or 45 degrees angle. Yet this horizon lock is not available in higher frame rates, such as 4K 60. And I simply love recording cinematic shots like this. Unfortunately, the horizon lock is limited to 30 frames per second. And I feel that Insta360 is so much missing out in here. Another thing is that even if you have that 8K resolution video without any sort of horizon lock in it, it's so limiting to what kind of shots you can get with it. You really have to pay attention to how you hold your camera so it doesn't tilt to a side. And I think that 8K resolution video should have at least 10-degree horizon lock. So what do you guys think about Insta360 Ace Pro 2? Ace Pro 2 is versatile. It's perfect as a travel, vlogging or action camera that can be used in low-light scenarios. So I'm really excited to see what's coming next. So is this camera perfect? No, of course not. There are still a few things that Insta360 has to work on. Mainly that 360 degrees horizon lock. And I also think that Insta360 should add features such as night-lapse mode, because currently there is only time-lapse, which can be used in daylight. So why not just use that AI noise reduction in a night-lapse? Come on. And I also think that the camera should have more mounting options available. And I'm not talking about accessories that you can buy later on from their website. Because if you forget this little attachment in here, you can't really mount it to anything, so I think this could be improved. What's more, Ace Pro 2 weighs somewhere around 200 grams. Now, when you compare it to GoPro 13 Black, it's around 160 grams. So it seems like Ace Pro 2 is really heavy, which might be a problem when you mount it to your body, especially your helmet. Other than that, 8K video, amazing HDR, solid zoom, and a separate low-light mode. All of it is really awesome, and I highly recommend this camera. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you learned something today, and see you in the next video.